Hi everyone, Co-Bunny here, and this week I'm looking at Thea the Awakening. There is so much to pack into this one, so I'm just going to jump straight in. Thea's a hard one to pin down. It's part roguelike RPG, part civ-style world building, and it's got crafting, random events, and a card-based combat system. I grew up playing Age of Empires, Civ, and the very little known CivNet, 10 points if you know that one, and this caught my attention and certainly held it. Similar to Civ, except you're a god rather than a leader, whomever you choose provides a specialist bonus. However, dissimilar is that you have to earn points in order to unlock the rest of the bonuses and the other gods. The higher the percentage of difficulty, the more points you're awarded. The map, as with most other Civilization games, is covered in gatherable resources, which are only procurable within a range. Now that's where the similarities end though. Your village, instead of faceless automatons, is populated with characters, people with names and stats, who must be assigned to the tasks such as gathering, crafting and construction. Resources outside of the village range must be collected by expeditions, and these expeditions are also the units that you'll be using to progress the story. You pack them up with food, medicine and firewood, cover them as much armour as they can carry, and send them out into the world. And here we come to the random events. Roving the wastes are bands of malevolent evil, and defeating these involves a rather charming card game. You start off with a random assignment of the characters in your expedition into offensive and strategy. You can reshuffle these if all your healers are in the front lines, but only the once. The player and the opposition then take turns to play as many cards as the turn permits. See the number in the bottom right. Offensive hand cards can only be played to attack. Now strategic cards make use of the card's extra abilities. For instance, you can shield the previously played offensive card, and counter plays against the enemy's next attacking card. The fight then takes place, running through the played cards in order. If there isn't a winner by the end of 2 rounds, the remaining cards are put back in your hand and the process repeats. You can choose to auto-resolve these fights as you might in a Total War game. Beware though, the RNGesus overseeing this particular game is fickle, and you may not get the result that you either expect or want. Random encounters are the meat on the civ building bones, providing the momentum to the story as well as side quests and missions. They can happen within your village or to your expedition out in the world. Each and every one of these is beautifully voiced by one person who is incredibly engaging and has a fabulous voice. And 99% of the time, the stories, even for the most throwaway of encounters, are long and they're gorgeously written. If there's one damn good reason to play this game, it's for this. Trust me on this. Rewards for completion of events are twofold. Most of the time you get points towards levelling up, and depending on the theme of the quest, you sometimes receive bonus points to research. For instance, if you complete a mission that involves folklore. And then you get resources for your village, and you get armour and items, the latter of which count towards your final score. This brings me on neatly to the crafting construction system. As previously mentioned, your villagers are all individuals, and each one has their own job, including craftsman and gatherer. As you might expect, the job of a person provides a significant bonus to the task at hand, often dropping the turns needed to finish a task down from 20 or 30 to 1 or 2, and adding even one specialist can make all of the difference. There's no real point to stacking beyond 1 turn, I found out way too late in the game. If, like me, you're a fan of the Settlers franchise, you'll instantly recognise the tech tree. Separated, as within the production tab in the village, into gathering, crafting, construction, you will find unlockables, which are pretty much constrained to new resources, items or buildings, rather than bonuses to combat or production and so on. This is an area the game falls short of itself in my opinion, but only for the lacks of those buffs. It might just be me, but I like bonuses thrown in, as it feels like I'm getting stronger and more able, and therefore growing, rather than just being able to craft a fancier axe or hammer and being able to spot a slightly different type of tree. I won't damn the game for that though. This has been incredibly fun to play, if infuriatingly difficult at times, and I would recommend it to fans of God Sim and world building games and fans of story driven games alike. Anyway, please leave your comments if you have any, and a like if you feel I deserve it, and as ever, please sub if you enjoy my videos. Until next time.